we get the prediction, because when I started testing of frontal profile face recognition, the accuracy will be less when compared to the frontal face recognition. So this is I tested in lab for the profile face detection. So the next I am going to talk about the prediction point detection. So why it is so important? When I want to recognize any person, first I want to extract the features which will be efficient and it should be the robust face recognition. Actually, it will be important. So here I have created a model. Okay, that is a graph model. Once the face is detected, I am going to apply that model to the face. Once the face is detected, identify the center of the face. The center of the face always will be the nose tip. So once the center point will be detected from the face, apply this graph. So in this case, the S5 represents the right corner of the right eye. When I consider S1, it is the left corner of the right eye. In case of S0, it is the nose tip. When I consider S6, that is the right corner of the left eye. In case of S2, will be the left corner of the left eye. In case of S3 and S4, will be the mouth corner. So this is the graph I have created to extract the features to recognize the person. So this is an example image. So I have taken. So once the face is detected, apply the model and get the feature points. So once the point is detected, you can start extracting the features. But whether always the point will be static? No. There will be the changes because the human tilted the face, then the point variation will be there. To avoid such kind of problem, I have calculated the deformal cost. It will not consider only the single pixel, it will consider the neighboring pixel and it will take the average and it will locate the key points. So to avoid such kind of problem, the deformal cost will be calculated. So this is the normal pixel location and this is the average in the neighboring pixel value, and that location will be, the key point will be located. So this is a paper which I have taken for the identification of crucial points. So you can refer, because this is the best paper award in the conference they got, so which they presented. It is not my work, I have taken from this paper. So this is I have implemented whatever I explained till now. So I have implemented in OpenCV. Once you run the code, the camera will be started and it will try to fix the model and it will locate which is the S1 and S2, namely whatever I explained. So from identifying those key points, either you may apply R features or you may apply Gabor wavelet, which are the features which is efficient to recognize the face. So only here I have demonstrated only the direction of the key points, because I have applied only the frontal face detection, so only it works for the frontal face. So because when you go for non-frontal face, you have to create a model such a way that it has to locate the key point in the proper location. So when I started trying for the non-frontal faces, it is not locating the same model. So you have to create another model, another graph model, which will be suitable for the profile face. So even this kind of example, even you can go for emotion classification, whether it is sad, whether it is happy. So you can get the structure of using those key points. You can create your own structure and you can classify whether it is happy, whether it is sad. You can do the classification. So the next topic, I am going for the object classification. For example, when I go for classification of apple, there are red color apple, green. There are several classification of patterns. There are two types of classes. One is the binary classes and the other one is the multi-classes. So I am not going to talk about multi-classes. Only I am going to talk about binary classes, that it will come under gender classification, either male or female. When I give the input image, the system has to tell whether it is a male or female. So here for the training purpose, I have given for the 0 for the male person, for the female I have specified as a label called 1. So what is the format here I have used? I have used the CSV file because it is a simple, it is a platform independent. Whatever the input image you want to train for the gender classification, you put it all the text file images and at the end give label name. If it is a female, give it as a 1. If it is a male, give it as a 0. So once this is over, then I am going to give this text file for the training. So when I train this file, when I give this input image, the output will be displayed as a after finishing of training for the gender classification, I have applied this input image and the classification it comes under male. So here for this purpose, I have used the linear discriminant LDA algorithm for the classification because why I should not go for PCA, because the PCA will not classify the object efficiently. So here I have used the LDA classifier, whether it is a male or female. So it is already available, you can go through in the OpenCV website, whatever I am using here, all those codes, everything it is already available in the OpenCV. So the next input image which I applied will be the female image. So what after the classification I am getting the output will be the gender is the female. The next topic, after the detection of face, I just want to identify who that particular person. So for that, I want to do the training. So for the training purpose here, I am using the CSV file, that is a comma separated value, that is a simple, it is a platform independent, so already I said, so because the same thing I am using. In this case, for each person, I have to identify, I have to give the unique label value. For the first person, I am giving 10 images. Why the 10 images is needed? Because when the person is moving, because he will not be always in the static position. So he may be moving this side around. So I need to collect the multiple faces for the single person. So for that reason, I have collected for the first person itself, I have collected around 10 images and I have labeled it as a 0. For the second person, I have labeled it as a 1. For the third person, I have labeled it as a 2. And for the fourth person, I have labeled it as a 3. So how many persons you are having, just collected data sets and make it as a CSV file and you can start training. So now for the training purpose here I have used the PCA algorithm to train the face recognition. In the PCA, totally I have, in this case totally I have applied 55 images. I have created the principal component, in this case principal component in the sense that is the eigenface. So totally I am getting the 55 faces because I have given the principal component value will be the 55 because whether it is needed these features, the main objective of PCA will be the dimensionality reduction. So how we are going to reduce the dimensionality reduction in this case, because I am not going to take the entire 55 principal component. Instead of taking the entire 55 principal component, only I am going to apply the first 20 or 10. Just to take, first I am going to take the entire principal component and I am going to test what is the accuracy. Then you may reduce 10 principal component and just start testing what is the accuracy. So in this case, the first principal component will be the most important features to recognize the face. So when you come from left to right, the number of features will be getting reduced. So here in this case, the last principal component will be having the less number of features and it is having more number of noise. So we did not require when the image is having the less features and the more noise. So we can go for the reduction of the principal component. So automatically it will reduce the number of features and the speed will be increasing. Because I am not going to take the entire principal component. In this case, the next example which I shown, here in this case only I have taken the 20 principal component and I am getting the same accuracy. Then why the calculation taking more time and the speed is also taking more time. So I'm going to reduce the number of principal components and I'm getting the same accuracy. So this is a 55 principal component. I'm started training and I'm going to test that. Because here sometimes we are getting the you can see here in this slide, sometimes we are able to detect a false positive because we have to train the negative images which is our environment. So while doing the testing, you have to collect the positive images as well as the negative images. When you go for the negative images, even you can consider your environment, which is the environment you are going to test. Otherwise, even I have tested whatever I have tested, which is in already I have collected from the default data set. Then I started training, but even I cannot able to avoid the false positive. Because of that, I have not collected the false positive, which is in my area. Whichever the area I have tested, in that area I have not collected the negative images. Only I have collected the default data set, that is the AT&T. So that data sets I have collected and I started training. This I have tested with the 20 principal component. I have reduced the number of principal components and I am getting the same accuracy. But in this case PCA, even here predictions accuracy will be less. You can go for other than PCA, because why I have demonstrated this, because the OpenCV is already having the PCA, LDA and LBB. Those three